Happy Friday, everybody. It is Friday, the 6th of August, 2021, and it's time for episode number 32 of Jonnychipz Weekly. This week, OMG MVP. So, hello again, everybody. How are you all doing? It's Friday lunchtime. It's time for another episode of Jonnychipz Weekly. Going to mix it up a little bit this week, and we've got another, well, I say another news section, a slightly different section on the Azure news and updates this week. So, excited to see how this one goes, see if I can make it all work with the help of my little stream deck down by the side of me here. So, without further ado, it's, like I say, it's episode number 32. Thanks, everybody, for supporting these videos and jumping on in. Like I say, OMG MVP. Let's jump over to Jonnychipz on the side. So I thought I'd start off with this one this week, hence the title of the video. I'm still probably in a state of shock, but I received this email on the weekend. I've been given the Azure MVP accolade, which I'm flabbergasted, hugely grateful for, and yeah, in a slight state of disbelief still at the moment. So obviously, for those that have been following me for probably the last year or so now, from the advent of the Welsh Azure user group to the blogging and the YouTube videos, and you know the getting involved with the community a little bit more that I've been doing over the last year or so, huge thanks to everybody that supported me. Honestly, it's been such a fun, enjoyable year. I've met so many wonderful people across the community. You know, you guys are watching this video now. You all know who you are. There's far too many people for me to kind of thank, and just thank. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I can't believe, like I said, I'm still in a slight state of shock about it. So I thought I'd kick off with that one this week. Obviously, it's a huge achievement for myself. Really proud, really happy that I actually, got nominated in the first place. And I thought, Jetta, thank you so much. I know there are a few other guys across the community that reached out and said that they wanted to nominate me for for this award. So thanks to all of those guys that, thought that would be a good idea. I never in a million years thought that Microsoft would turn around and say, here we go, here's the award, well done. But they did. So I'm like I said, I'm hugely humbled, I think is probably the best way to put it. Didn't really think that it could lead to this. But anyway, that's enough about that. I'm sure at some point you'll be seeing me doing a little bit of an unboxing video. I know they posted an award out to you. And I'm just really excited to see where this goes over the next 12 months now. Really keen to get a bit more involved with the community again. Mix things up a little bit with content creation, with learning, with, getting the message out there, the kind of things that I deal with on a daily basis. So, yeah, I'll leave it there for now. I'll move on to some more Jonnychipz on the side. So, it is Friday, so there's another episode of Jonnychipz in Conversation with going out tonight. But before that, firstly, huge thanks to May for the fantastic conversation we had last week. If you did miss that, you can jump on the playlist below and go and rewatch that one. Really fun, interesting chat around the Power Platform and all the stuff that May has been working on, in her endeavours to learn the Power Platform, the Power Suite, and what she's, some of the fantastic applications and services she set up for the company that she's working for. So yeah, go and watch that if you can. So tonight, Mr. Simon Lee is joining me. We talk all sorts, in fairness. Cloud careers, how he got started in tech, where he's going, certification, just the cloud community in general. So if you can join us, 6:30 p.m. BST tonight over on the Azure Live twitch.tv stream. Reach out to Simon, fantastic guy in the community, really fun chat. So stay tuned for that one a little bit later tonight. In other news with myself this week, I believe this is going out tonight. So I caught up with MindQuest. They did a little bit of an interview with me on really, sort of my cloud career, I guess, how I got started in tech and where it's led to with this recent MVP announcement. So, and of course the Welsh Azure user group. So that will be coming out a little bit later today, I believe. So go and check out the MindQuest podcast. So it's called the Mission Control Center. And yeah, my episode will be the latest one coming out today. Also this week, huge thanks to Joe Hodkinson. called me up to ask me if I wanted to speak at the Northern Azure user group, which, of course, I was honoured to, happy to. Caught up with Joe. He did a fantastic demonstration of actually getting the Raspberry Pi set up for video detection and AI at the edge, effectively detecting different objects and people. He actually detected a person, his son, I believe, and a dog. So able to kind of differentiate between these kind of things using nothing more than a camera and a bit of output through a console. And then I did a little bit of a talk around the edge analytics with the Jetson Nano device I've been playing with fairly recently. So huge thanks to Joe for inviting me onto that. I had really good fun. I don't do too many talks, but I'm looking to change that over the next 12 months. So huge thanks for that, Joe. You'll see what this is all about now. It did make me chuckle. So Mr. Lee, you really were committed. Thank you for your perseverance. So everybody will see what this is about in not too distant future. But I thought that was it. I clicked on the photo and that just made me chuckle. It really did make me chuckle. How to record a video in, what was it, 46 takes, 47 takes? Thank you, Simon. It was all worth it. I'm sure you'll see shortly. And this week popped out. I think the family have adopted a new name for me. Like I say, I'm humble, but secretly proud, I guess, that I say secretly proud. That's not a thing you say on a public-facing Twitch stream. No, I am proud. Of course, I'm proud to have received this accolade. So the family took me out for a game of bowling. Well, took the kids out for a game of bowling and lost significantly. But the family adopted a new name for me. So there we go. That's Jonnychipz on the week on the side this week. Okay, so I think what we will do now is that we will jump on over, I believe, to the new section of the show, which I'm calling this week. It's kind of replacing the Azure News and Updates section. This is going to be interesting. Let's just see how this one actually pans out. Okay, hello everybody and welcome to the new and improved, hopefully, Azure News and Updates section. So in this week's show, I'm going to reach out to my roving reporters from across the community-wide, and we're going to look to dip into various different areas of the cloud platform. So without further ado, is that Pete Gallagher, IoT News and Updates? Do I hear you there, Pete? Are you there?
Yes, thanks, Mr. Chips of the Johnnies. Thanks for the little introduction. This is just a quick hello from the world of IoT. We've just finished July OT, as it happens, so I just wanted to call out how many different cool things have been released in the MS ecosystem since then. Obviously, Cliff, Aegis, and I have done a bunch of Percept stuff, so go and check that out. Probably one of my favourite things from July OT was Jim Bennett's fantastic Learn IoT course. A whole set of tutorials aimed at getting people into IoT, and that's fantastic. If you know myself and also Cliff, we love getting people into the world of IoT, and I know, Johnny, you followed along a similar path, following along some of my content and some of Cliff's content as well. So this is something close to my heart. But before I disappeared, on that note, in behind me here is the nice Microsoft MVP award poster that we get given when us new MVPs are enrolled into the system, and also when we're renewed. But obviously we have a new MVP. In fact, there's obviously a lot of new MVPs, but our very own Jonnychipz here has been given his MVP award. So congratulations to you, and all the work that you put in has been awesome. So well deserved. So handing back over to you. Cheers, pal.
Appreciate that, Pete. Huge thanks for that. Congratulations, and obviously great to point out, absolutely, it's the end of July OT, and there's been absolutely fantastic IoT content put out there. So, and everybody, you need to stay tuned for when Pete and Cliff get back onto IoT Live over on the Azure Live channel. So, thank you, Pete. Really appreciate that update from you. So let's move on. So what we got? I think we've got our Kubernetes roving reporter, Mr. Pixel Robots. Are you there?
Hey everyone, Pixel Robots here, or Richard Hooper as some of you may know me. Just thought I'd let everyone know that version 1.18 of Kubernetes is no longer supported in AKS as of the end of last month. So make sure you upgrade all your AKS clusters to at least version 1.19. 1.21 is actually now GA as well, so make sure you update to that. But before you do, make sure you do some testing, because there's a few version API differences. So like Ingress, it was on V1 Beta 1. Now it's on just V1. So make sure you check that all your Kubernetes manifest works with 1.21 before you upgrade your production loads. Hope that helps. But if you do have any questions, please reach out.
Thanks, Richard. Yeah, great information as always. And if you are interested in AKS Kubernetes, go and obviously follow at Pixel Robots. That's Richard Hooper. So at Pixel_Robots over on Twitter. Richard's always doing some fantastic news and spreading the word around Kubernetes and the things he's up to. So yeah, thank you, Richard. Huge thanks for that update in that area. Moving on to our next section, we're going to look at app dev, DevOps, and some GitHub updates with our roving reporter, Mr. Christopher Reddington. Redo Bowen, are you there?
Hey there folks, Chris Reddington here to give you the latest app dev updates. So first off, on the Azure side, Application Gateway, we have a couple of updates for Web Application Firewall. First off, GeoMatch custom rules are now generally available, as well as bot protection is now generally available as well. If you're an Azure Red Hat OpenShift user, great news. Red Hat OpenShift 4.7 support is now generally available, and that release uses Kubernetes 1.20 as well as the Cryo runtime. So go ahead and check that out if you're using Red Hat OpenShift. On the Azure DevOps side of things, there is an update available for Azure DevOps, which is being released. This contains some updates for Azure Pipelines as well as Azure Boards. And as normal, that will get rolled out if you're an Azure DevOps user. So go ahead and look at the docs if you're interested in what are in those updates. From GitHub, there's an ever-expanding story on the DevSecOps side of things. So there are now 15 and maybe even more new code scanning integrations with open source security tools. So worth checking out to see what you can gain from the open source world and the integrations with GitHub. And then in the community, I've made a couple of blog posts this week. So the first one was a blog post on how I use Azure integration services like Logic Apps, Service Bus, Azure Functions, and more to go ahead and post onto social media. I promise you, I am not chained to my keyboard. I am not always posting. I actually schedule those by using Azure to help me. So if you're interested, you may want to take a read through that one. But also I wrote a blog post on static web apps versus Azure static sites on Azure Storage. April Edwards did the same thing on the Azure DevOps blog. So go ahead and take a look at both of those if you are interested in static websites. And then finally, just ordered today a new book. So Martin Coupland released a new book in July of 2021, DevOps Adoption Strategies, Principles, Processes, Tools and Trends, Embracing DevOps Through Effective Culture, People and Processes. It'll be an interesting read and looking forward to finding out more. Back to you in the studio, John.
Thanks, Chris. Some great announcements there. Huge thanks for covering that plethora. So app dev, DevOps and GitHub updates. Superb updates there. If you're not following Chris on Twitter, as he said there, he's released a few blog posts this week himself. He's always putting some fantastic quality content out back into the community. It's always worth going to give him a follow and follow his YouTube channel as well. So thank you, Chris. Muchly appreciated on that front. Without further ado, let's jump on over to our roving reporter, Mr. Dean Ellerby. I believe he's got some VDI-related news for us.
Thanks, John. Great news for fans of Azure Virtual Desktop. Last week saw the release of Start VM on Connect. Now I know what you're thinking. What on earth does Start VM on Connect do? Well, this feature enables you to start VMs when users connect automatically. It's essentially the cloud equivalent of a user switching on their desktop PC when they get into the office. Remember the office? I miss that. Oh, but this is a great cost management tool. You can set a policy to stop and deallocate your VMs, and they'll only switch on when someone needs them. Back to you in the studio, John.
Thank you, Dean. Much appreciated, and some great camera work there, and Amdram. Well done. Yeah. So on a serious note, there, the point around that start on VM Connect. As Dean points out, what does it mean? Well, it starts a VM when you connect to it. Great. So yeah, go and give that a little look. So you go and follow Dean on Twitter as well. He's part of the cloud management community, which he's always working on YouTube videos and content to kind of help us all understand that a little bit better. So. Okay, moving on to our next section, we have got our power addict herself, May Alahjri. May, are you there? You got some information for us?
Hello everyone, I have a great news for you. If you want to learn more about Power BI, Power Apps, if you want to see the updated news, a lot of cool stuff that we have from Power BI, Power Apps, from your phone. Yes, from your phone. You don't need to open your laptop to do all this amazing stuff. You know what you need to do? Just install Power BI Everyday application and Power Apps Everyday application and enjoy.
Huge thanks, May. Great advice there. Go and get those apps downloaded onto your phone. You can actually do quite a lot with it. So thanks very much for that information. Go and check that out, everybody, and go and follow May. May is constantly doing Sharing is Caring series on the Power Platform. So if you are interested in how to adopt and start using the Power Platform, go and follow May on Twitter and join in on her meetup sessions, which are all available on the YouTube channel as well. So. Moving swiftly on to our Azure infrastructure reporter, Mr. Simon Lee. Simon, over to you. What have you got for us?
Thanks, John. My update for this week is that the Azure Firewall Premium service is now generally available, giving you 4 new features. TLS inspection for east to west traffic, IPDS to give you a better understanding of what's happening within your Azure network, web content filtering is now definable by categories rather than individual URLs, and URL filtering based on standard and HTTPS websites. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Simon. Yeah, huge announcement this week with Azure Firewall Premium. So, yeah, thanks for pointing that out and taking us through it, Simon. Look forward to seeing you tonight in conversation with as well. If you want to catch up with Simon and join in on the chat, join us tonight at 6:30 p.m. BST. Okay, and I believe we've got one more final roving reporter for Jonnychipz Weekly, Mr. Shabaz Darr with some AVD news. Shabaz, over to you.
Hello everybody, my name is Shabaz Darr, aka I Am IT Geek, and I'm here reporting on behalf of Jonnychipz Weekly Update. The main news around virtual desktop this week is that Windows 365 Cloud PC came into GA, so everybody's been able to use it and purchase the licenses for it. One big thing that happened as well with regards to that is that the trial licenses ran out quite early on, and Microsoft have had to now stop trial licenses. So now if you want a trial license, you have to sign up still, but then you'll get notified when they come available. So that shows how popular it's been. The main feedback I've been getting from people around Windows 365 is a bit of confusion as to the use cases it might be applicable in. Some say small to medium businesses. Others just say really, really small businesses. So it'll be interesting to see when that all happens and to see what use cases do come out of it. I've had a bit of a play with it. I love the management in it. I love the MEM integration. The endpoint manager integration is really good. So that's the big news in the VDI community. Before I do go, I want to give a massive, massive congratulations to John Lunn on his Microsoft MVP award. Big congrats, John. Very well deserved, and just love all the stuff you do, and thank you for everything you do for the community. So this is I Am IT Geek. Back to you, John.
Oh, thanks so much, Shabaz. And the feeling is mutual, my friend. So yeah, really appreciate everything that you do as well, my good friend. So yeah, thanks so much, Shabaz, for that update on Windows PC. So from 365, that licensable desktop cloud PC. So yeah. Great announcements this week. So there have been a few other announcements over the last week or so. So I'm just going to quickly cover those off as well. Starting with this one that caught my eye, which is quite a big one. The agentless dependency analysis So that ability to scan your on-prem or other cloud-hosted hardware and virtual estate without the need of installing agents for that Azure Migrate assessment piece is now GA. So software inventory and agent list dependency analysis generally available with Azure Migrate. Great to see that. Looking forward to working with that now going forward with more customers. So moving on, Azure Monitor IT Service Management Connector is now certified with ServiceNow Quebec version. That's gone GA. We've got lower capacity reservation tier for Azure Monitor dedicated clusters has gone GA. And another GA is Azure Manage HSM Private Link. So that hardware security module you can now use with Private Link as well. So great to see. And we have new Australia Central region has been added to the Azure HD Insight. Azure Defender for SQL is now generally available on the Azure SQL Virtual Machine Blade, and generally availability updates for early August 2021 has been announced for this month for Azure SQL. So, on that note, this has been the news this week. I hope you've liked this section. Let's back over to the big screen. Okay, just thought I'd give that a try there as a different kind of feature for the week. But I hope you enjoyed that. Huge thanks to all the community peeps that got involved with that. It was good fun. Enjoyed putting that together. If you do want to be a roving reporter, then drop me a line, DM me on Twitter. All I'm looking for is if you can pick an update of the week, 30, 60-second update. Give me a little video of it. Send me a link so I can download it. I'll include it in next week's show or the coming week's shows. But without further ado, let's jump on over to the desktop. I think we're going to look at some community call-outs. Okay, let's head on over there now. Okay, so obviously very somber news to start off with, unfortunately. It really saddens me to say, but I felt I needed to call this out, obviously, because the community has lost their rock star. My thoughts are with Abel Wang's friends and family at this time. So Abel sadly lost his battle with cancer that he was very open about this week. It saddens me to say it's difficult to put into words. I didn't know Abel. I was fortunate enough to speak to Abel once when he presented at the Welsh Azure User Group back in December last year. I think when we got Abel onto the user group, it was a little bit of Abel's a rock star. He's far too busy for that kind of thing. But honestly, he couldn't be one of the most down to earth people when you spoke to him, and I was fortunate to actually speak to him. So. Like I say, I'm struggling to put into words the thoughts and feelings. I know it's been felt a huge impact across the community. Abel has inspired and kind of helped, assisted, motivated so many people like myself, and it's obvious to understand why. You've only got to watch one of Abel's videos, piece of content that he's created. It's just such a sad thing, at the end of the day. Yeah, I think that's all I can really say about the situation. At the end of the day, Abel Wang is going to be hugely missed, not only obviously by his friends and family, but across the tech community in general. And it's a sad week. It's a sad week, and it's it's a sad thing to have to start off this community call out. But I'm not going to avoid it. Abel was such an open and honest and motivationally inspirational person when he spoke about, struggles in life. And, nobody had more struggles than Abel dealing with what he was dealing with in the final months of his own life. He was a battler. He battled, you watch the videos with Scott Hanselman. There's been some other community videos put out there. It's just, it's just such an inspiring thing to watch somebody that is in such a dark place in terms of health and, their own future, that how he's still able to have that positive spin on life and live life to its fullest. So, Abel, you're going to be hugely missed. Thank you from me for everything that you've done to the tech community. Thank you. Thanks, Abel. So, April Edwards tweeted out not too long ago, just something, a token gesture to, if nothing more, I'm sure something more hopefully will come of this, but in memory of Abel, she's put up t-shirt, a little bit of a fundraiser to a cause that was close to Abel's heart, which is Girls Who Code. I bought my t-shirt, so don't accept the defaults. Abel Wang with the rockstar hands. If you can, go and get involved. Go and get yourself a t-shirt and support that cause just as a token. You know, if nothing more, but just a final salute to Abel to thank him. Okay. Difficult to move on from a somber note, but I'm going to try anyway. So some more community call-outs. Martin Copeland. Martin, I've got a copy of your book and I am reading it as we speak. Well, obviously not as we speak because I'm doing this community call-out. But yeah, for those of you that are interested in DevOps and how you adopt that and what the strategies are around principles, processes, tools and trends, as my good friend Chris Reddington pointed out, this is the book that he was talking about. So Martin has released that book this week or so ago now. Jump onto Amazon, go and get yourself a copy. Like I say, I'm probably about 30, 40 pages in so far. And yeah, I mean, I'm getting a lot out of it. You know, I went through the whole principles, processes, but Martin writes in such an eloquent way that it's worth reading and reviewing what you think you already know about those practices and get it from Martin's perspective there. So huge shout out to Martin. Congratulations on the book release. Yeah, everybody go and give him a bit of support. Next up, Wesley Hackman. Yeah, I noticed this the other day, and I know he spoke about this on the Intercept Insights video. So really about offering branch protection on your GitHub repos when you first set those up, you know, rather than just having a main branch open that people can commit and push code or whatever it may be into. So Wesley's developed a little bit of an Azure function so that, you know, when that is created, it will go off and just automatically deploy the branch protection. I think he did mention that he caught a couple of little gotchas in there around. Yeah, so if you create an empty repository, it results in a repo without a branch. So there are a few little challenges that he's worked out a way around there. But if you're interested in that, go and check out this blog post. Go and follow Wesley on Twitter there, and go and check out his blog post. Have a little read through. So thanks for that, Wesley. Yeah, Richard Hooper. So he's delved into the world of YouTube Shorts. I did one myself a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, I think this is in competition with the good old TikTok. YouTube have allowed people to now start doing their YouTube Shorts. So yeah, go and check that out. I know Richard's going to delve in and start to divulge some AKS updates throughout the week. So yeah, looking forward to seeing those, Richard. So go and follow Richard if you're interested in some AKS updates. Sticking with the theme, Mr. Shabaz Darr, he's getting to the end of his video series with Simon Lee, the AVD Zero to Hero, and he's just announced his next series is with Shannon Keane on the AVS, the Azure VMware solution. That will be cool. So I like it how you just need the three-letter acronym at the top of the line, is it, Shabaz? So AVD Zero to Hero, and he's going to be moving on to AVS Zero to Hero. So if you are interested in Azure VMware solutions, that ability to take your VMware stack into Azure, then stick around, follow Shabaz, follow Shannon, watch out for that series. So that'll be a pretty awesome series. Thanks, Shabaz. Okay, so Pierre Roman has he tweeted this not too long ago actually about the Windows Server Summit. So if you are interested in getting the updates, the updated news and the capabilities from Windows Server perspective, go and sign up for that session there. It's on the 16th of September, so we've got sort of 5-6 weeks before that session happens. But I just thought I'd kick that out there now because I noticed it from Pierre the other day. Okay, yeah, great to see this. So my good friends Andy Jones and Dean Ellerby have got the cloud management community, of course, with Simon Lee as well and Dan Stradlin. So it's great to see they passed 500 subscribers on YouTube. Do go and give them a follow. They're putting some cracking content out there at the moment across the channel, and get involved as well if you are interested in that side of the cloud. So that whole cloud management piece, I think they cover endpoint management, so coming from that end user compute side of things into the cloud management and branching into the Azure platform. So if you are interested, go and give those guys a follow. They're doing some fantastic things at the moment. So cheers, guys. Me good friend Jack Roper, he's on fire at the minute, I think, with the blog post. So he's done some absolutely fantastic DevOps related blog posts around Terraform and various other bits and pieces. Go and give him a follow because he's doing some great things at the moment. So Jack Wesley Roper on Twitter, and he's just published a blog post around how you access secrets within an Azure Key Vault from within Terraform. That's cool to see. It can be tricky at times, just how you set everything out and lay it out. Jack's done a really good thing there and kind of collated that into a nice little blog article for anybody interested. So go and check that out. Thanks, Jack. Moving on, Cloud Code Life podcast, episode number 4 is out there. I haven't watched it yet, but they're talking tech stack, so I'm going to give that a watch, and I probably suggest you will want to too. So it's from GPS, Alf, and Rishab. They're always great to listen to. It's one of those episodes you can put on in the background and have a listen to some insights from 3 really sort of people from the community that have got some really great insights into various things. So it's great to listen to. So thanks, guys. Looking forward to giving that one a watch or a listen. Testing and production are tweeting out that today is Friday and it's the patch and switch cadence today. So today at 5 p.m. BST, you can see the times. Join in, it's great fun with Joey Snow and Rick Claus. So join in at 5 p.m. BST. Come and give the guys a watch. Thanks for that. Yes, this caught my eye as well from Jack Tracy. So I've been doing a fair amount with customers lately with Azure Virtual WAN. I've been looking at the integrations with third-party sort of security provider integration, but not actually done any of it yet. And I was actually interested in what the Zscaler offer and how that actually hooked into to vWAN. So this piqued my interest because Jack tweeted this out the other day. I think he did a video for one of the Azure Firewall Docs, Microsoft Docs pages. So if you are interested in that integration with Zscaler or Zscaler, whichever way you pronounce it, then go and have a watch of that. Huge thanks, Jack. And my good friend May, don't forget, follow on Friday for another episode of her Sharing is Caring meetup podcast. So 12 to 1 Houston time. I think that's 6 hours behind, so I'm guessing that's going to be around 7 p.m. Don't quote me. Get the old calculator out, but go and give that a follow if you can. Go and give it a watch and give May some support. So thanks for that, May. AZ Community Roundtable. So they've got their next meet arranged for the 9th of August. And I believe, if I can find it, let me see if I can click on that. No, it tells me nothing, but I think you've got Jake Walsh on there, and I can't remember who the other person was. So go and follow AZ Roundtable, James Cook, and yeah, so see if you can put a reminder in your calendar for that, August the 9th, 6 p.m. I'm just looking, are you still doing that? Yeah, you are still doing it on Twitter Spaces. So I know that James started off doing that on Twitter Spaces, but I think he was talking potentially moving platforms. So Twitter Spaces, stick yourself a reminder for that one. Join in. It's very similar to the Clubhouse if you've ever seen that concept where you can kind of listen in and promote yourself to get the eye of the host, and they can call you in for a chat if they feel they want to. So yeah, great to see. Thanks for that, James. And yes, on my onward quest to study for the AZ700 networking exam, this was cool to see. So John Saville, again, I've yet to watch this, but it's 3 hours of content that he's packed into his AZ700 study cram video. So huge thanks, John. I will certainly be giving that a watch. And anybody that is looking to do AZ700, it's out in beta at the moment. It's probably not a bad thing to watch because if any of John's videos are anything to go by, it's great information and you're going to learn a lot. So thanks, John. I'm going to go and give that one a watch myself. Yes, so I noticed this as well. So Civo Cloud has released a whole heap of 50 videos effectively covering all sorts of Kubernetes learning. So go and give that a watch. It's all free. 50 videos have been created by the guys and gals over at Civo Cloud. Great to see. Huge thanks for that effort, and we'll take a look at that for some good Kubernetes learnings. Mechanics show. So Christian Brinkhoff has moved over to Sunnyside, over to Seattle, and he's caught up with Jeremy Chapman to talk about Cloud PC, so Windows 365 Enterprise Cloud PC. All you need to know. So go and follow Christian, or jump on over to the Mechanics Show, the Channel 9 Mechanics videos at AKAMS/W365 Mechanics, and go and give that a watch. It's all you need to know about the new 365 Cloud PC release. Huge thanks. Scottish Summit. Call for volunteers is open. I put my name forward to help out. It's in person this year, I believe. So, that's going to be great to see. I'd love to get up there if I can to see it, but I may have to do it remotely. But I put my name forward. Anything I can help to do to help arrange or help out with the organisation, absolutely, I'm there. So if you feel like that as well, do drop the guys a line and get involved. Okay, and another initiative that's been released this week, the Tech Book Club, again from James Cook. So go and follow the Tech Book Club. So really it's about, finding those good tech books and kind of doing reviews and kind of book sharing, swapping, whatever it may be. So just thought I'd call that out there. If you are interested in those kind of book-style book clubs, then go and give that a follow. So tech_book_club. And finally, huge shout out to my good friend Liam. He's getting married to his beautiful soon-to-be wife today. So huge congratulations, guys. Best of health, wealth, and happiness, of course. So great to see, and see you soon. Okay, right. So I think we're near enough the end of the show now, so there's just one more thing to call out, and I'm going to call out the, a quick 2 minutes on the Welsh Azure user group just to give that a bit of an update. So let's just head back to the desktop there a sec. So it's the first year anniversary of the Welsh Azure Twitter account. Would you believe it's been a year? Unbelievable. So to all the co-organisers of the Welsh user group, happy birthday to us. Yes, it has been a year. We've got our next event, which is happening next week. So next Wednesday, the 11th of August, we have got Servant coming on to talk about their use case of AVD for the University of Glasgow. So that's going to be quite a cool talk, really just understanding how that was adopted and the scale that it was adopted, and sort of, how Servant approached that particular project with the University of Glasgow. We've also got a couple of lightning talks from Sasha Kranjak. So he's looking at the an enterprise, securing your enterprise with Azure Sentinel. Mind blank then for some reason. And we got Ricardo coming on to talk to us about Redis Cache. So if you can go and sign up for that, go and follow us on Twitter, Welsh Azure. You can RSVP to the Meetup page. So if you just search for Welsh Azure User Group on Meetup, go and RSVP for that latest event. That would be absolutely awesome. So there we go. Thanks everybody for tuning in once again this week. Hope you found that a little bit of fun. It was something different this week. See how we go. See if I can keep that up, or we do something different for next week. But it's been great. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks everybody for your support. If you do like this video, please do like, subscribe, click that little bell notification so you get reminded next time there's more content going live. But until next week, I've been John Lunn, aka Jonnychipz, and I'll see you all soon. Have a great weekend, everyone.